Alright, let's sit here a little bit so that the intro plays. I don't know, you should ask him, but obviously 1 and 2. Maybe 3. I vastly prefer Peace Walker over 3. It just so happens that the games with the most soul are the ones that Kojima wanted to make for his shows. That doesn't mean that Kojima can do no good. It just happens to be my top 3 favorite games, or the 3 he actually wanted to make. Yeah, it's almost like, yeah, it shows. Arguably the only 3 he wanted to make. But does it improve over 3? It's not trying to appeal to a brainless audience, for one thing. A big improvement. Big Buzz is a complete fucking moron anymore. It's also an improvement. The game wasn't made as a response to people not understanding the previous game and trying to please them in return. The game wasn't made to shit on the entire message of MJuice 2. Those are all improvements. Oh, fuck. I have a feeling this might not matter too much, but whatever. Large... Actually, no, it needs to be an alliteration, so... Large leader is overused. Let's see. Massive manager. Wait a second. Ah, fuck it. That's a massive medic, large leader. This guy. As you can tell, Three Dogs started that way. Enormous executive. Big Boss arrives on a bike on beach where there's already more people than the Phantom Pain can render. Go figure. Perhaps the weakest part of Peace Walker is how it keeps rubbing the MGS 3 ending in your face, but other than that, it's insane what they did with the PSP game in terms of content and detail. All details got worse, of course, even though it follows largely the same model. Yeah. Only through the power of PSP can you render more than 12 people or have stats that matter, or a base that doesn't feel fucking dead and empty, and many other things. Real weapons with real caliber behaviors, and people with personality. Tapes are actual conversations. Music, sound design, and sound effects. Yeah. Go figure. Firing range, yep. 2, in fact. Yes, there is mine clearing. The mine clearing is more detailed in this game, too. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, actual variety of side ops. Context to side ops in the story. Apes to them and variety to them. Yep. The first 5 minutes of this game have more personality than the entirety of you know what. Let's just leave it at that.
Hey, boss! Wanna go around?
Look at all these NPCs in gameplay. And shit, we can't really
Look
pause
alive,
here.
ladies! The boss is gonna join us! Show him how it's done, boss! Your first priority in enemy territory is knowing your surroundings. Your life depends on where you are looking and how fast you can identify your target. Therefore, you must first master moving your line of sight. To move your line of sight, use the right stick. Now when I give you an order, look in that direction. Look up! Good! Look down! Good! You should be familiar with the up and down controls now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. Okay! Next we'll check your left and right. Look right! Good! Look left! Good! You should be familiar with the left and right controls now. Press the action button if
It
you're ready
can't
to
be
move
Big
on.
Medic, he talks too much.
Okay!
He actually has a personality.
You can change the controls anytime in Options. Go with the method that works best for you. Next, I'll explain how to change stances. If you just stand there like an idiot in front of an enemy, you might as well kill yourself now! At times, you will need to get low to avoid detection. You have 3 stances. Stand, crouch, and lying down.
Should we make
To
that
change
into sound
stances, use
effect?
the crouch button. Tap the crouch button to change between standing and crouching. You can move in either stance. Hold the crouch button and keep it held to lie down. However, you cannot move while you are lying down. I'll say that again. You cannot move while lying down. Is that clear?
Yeah. Come on, it's a fucking quote from the game. Besides, the sound alert thing is not
Good.
affiliated with Twitch.
Next, we'll work on your movement. Use the left stick to move
Yeah,
around. Tilt it a
okay.
little to walk slowly. Tilt farther to run. Decide which to use based on your situation. Remember that your footsteps are louder when running, making you easier to discover. Be careful! Good! Now we have rolling. Rolling is useful for knocking down enemies in your way, and for getting away when surrounded. You can also use it to jump over small ditches and other obstacles. To roll, tap the crouch button while running. You got that? Tap the crouch button while running! Don't forget it!
Is it as fast as running? Crouch running? Nah. Really? I never noticed if it is. No, it isn't. It's slower.
That's it! Next, I will explain
Feels
how
slower.
to attack without gunfire. You may run into an enemy unexpectedly. You may not have a weapon on you, or you may be out of ammo. you'll still need an effective attack strategy. One well-placed strike and the enemy won't know what hit him. To strike an enemy, press the attack button while standing still. On my command, press the attack button repeatedly and take down your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fine work, boss! Next, we're gonna practice using the stun rod. Hitting someone with the stun rod will shock them with 1.5 million volts.
What's the
Anyone
half
on the
volt for?
receiving end of that is guaranteed to be out cold. To use the stun rod, press the aim button to ready it, then press the attack button. You'll be glad to know we're using mock stun rods for this training session. When your partner attacks, make him believe it's the real deal. Prepare yourself for stun rod training. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Impressive, boss!
Very convincing.
Now we'll
Good
move
job.
on to CQC. CQC, or Close Quarters Combat, refers to when engaging an enemy in battle at very close range. It is a quick and efficient way of eliminating a threat. There are various CQC techniques. We will go over each of them. Don't get cocky because you think you know them. This will be different from what you're used to. Pretend you are learning it for the first time. The first technique is throwing your opponent. To do this, position yourself near your opponent and press the attack button while you tilt the left stick. Be sure to press the attack button when the icon appears. Now, wait for my command and throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fine work, boss! Next, I'm going to teach you how to restrain an opponent close to you. This is a cornerstone of CQC. Grab hold of an enemy, and the bastard's life is in your hands. What you do from there is up to you. Just know that if you restrain him for too long, the average person will most likely pass out. Something to keep in mind. Let's begin. To restrain your opponent, hold down the attack button while near them. Restrain your opponent on my command. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Let's look behind.
Fine work, boss!
They misspelled Libertad,
Now
but
we will
okay.
throw your opponent after restraining them. To throw an enemy to the ground, press the
there.
direction on the left stick when you have them restrained. Restrain your
Libertad.
opponent and throw
What?
them on my command.
Oops. I guess
Go.
V and B are right next
I'm
to
ready,
each other
boss.
on the keyboard. Yeah. Yeah, they misspelled it.
Impressive, boss! Now we will try CQC against multiple enemy opponents.
I wish
You
we
can
could
also
spend more
take out
time
a
here
group
without
of
a time
enemies
limit.
by throwing an opponent you have restrained. First, restrain an opponent by pressing the attack button near them. Then, tilt the left stick to throw them. By tilting the left stick toward other enemies, you can send your captive flying straight into them. On
Hey,
my
what's up,
command,
Apache? How you doing?
restrain and then throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Did you survive your Final Fantasy VII remake? Oh fuck, did I miss? Nope. Okay. Cool.
Fantastic! Again!
Oh, can we go all the way there?
Go!
Holy shit! I never tried to
I'm
do
ready,
that.
boss.
Ah, you losers. I figured. Invisible walls, literally unplayable.
Tilt the left stick while restraining the opponent, boss!
I guess technically you can fuck around without a time limit. Oh no, he gives you the tutorial after a while, I think.
Fine work, boss!
It actually has
Alright,
collision.
Why don't we do something special since the boss is here?
The
Anyone who
invisible wall
feels like
has
getting
collision.
their ass kicked, step forward. Don't hold back, boss. When you're surrounded
Ragnar,
by multiple
thanks
enemies,
for the
you'll have to
16.
take them on one after the other. To do it, simply press the attack button again while throwing the current enemy. Just be sure to wait for the icon to appear. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
All these guys are like
Fine work,
feet
boss!
on the ground. Nice.
Again! Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Look at him. You gonna nag me? Or can I just chill here?
Boss! Press the
Yeah,
attack
he's gonna
button
nag
when the
me.
icon appears!
The invisible walls actually have collision, it seems. Magazine staring? No, it's not.
I'll explain it again!
It's not.
When you're surrounded by multiple
that's
enemies,
annoying.
you'll have to take them on one after the other. To do it, simply press the attack button again while throwing the current enemy. Just be sure to wait for the icon to appear. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Can you see the bike? It'd be cool if you could see the bike. Nah. It would be up there, I guess.
Boss! Press the attack button
Okay,
when the
holy
icon
shit.
appears. Fine work, boss! And stop! That's it for today! Thank you, boss! Snake!
Ashley Wood? No, not again. Stop him. Before it's too late.
What's going on, Kaz?
We've got guests.
Okay, they kind of got him under control now.
Don't worry, it's not our friends from Langley. I brought him. Made sure we won't fall.
Thank you, big boss.
Call me Snake.
Sorry, Vic boss.
Listen up. For us, there is no victory.
But in Revolution, doesn't one triumph or die?
We don't do either.
Yeah, finally we can have a complete VOD of Peace Walker since you guys ended it. Oh, it's not misspelled there. Ended the last subathon there.
Here. Ah, thank you. I feel like a new man. There's no coffee like Costa Rican coffee. So, what brings a distinguished scholar?
Yeah, but
from
he's also the
Costa Rican
MiG
government
pilot
to
who tells you to
Colombia?
destroy your own entire emplacements. Jackal, I don't know.
Galvez
It's kind of
comes
sus.
from Costa Rica's University for Peace.
You see, over the past year, there have been sightings of an armed group in Costa Rica. They're not ours, of course.
Costa Rica doesn't have an army.
Correct. Article 12 of our Constitution states that the Army as a permanent institution is abolished.
The Peace Constitution.
The Peace Constitution?
You think it's rebels who fled Nicaragua? No.
What's a
no,
piss
they
in
don't
this?
appear to be guerrillas. They're far too organized. What's your government's take? The authorities in San Jose claim it's a multinational security firm, hired by the Development Corporation of Costa Rica. Lies, obviously. They're bringing in state-of-the-art weaponry and equipment by the shipload. Where'd they get that kind of cash? I fear La CIA may be involved.
The CIA.
As you both know, the United States views Central America as its backyard. Even after Cuba, we've managed to maintain a delicate balance with the U.S. And your government can't just give them the boot?
We are not allowed to bear arms.
Japan's constitution has something similar. Article 9. It says Japan renounces war and can't maintain an army.
I understand that you and your men have neither state nor ideology. That you will fight any foe. Please, you must drive them out of our defenseless country. We come to you, the Militaires Sans Frontières.
So, you want to hire us?
Yes, as our deterrent. We can't afford to pay much, it's true. But we can offer you this. A forward operating base. An offshore plant in the Caribbean.
Sounds pretty good to me. This place is becoming a mess anyway. Snake, we need someplace we can settle down.
The government's agreed to cooperate. Unofficially, of course.
A chopper for transport would be nice too.
I'll see what I can do.
Hold it. You seem to think we're just a pack of dogs of war. Is that right?
Yes, that's what I've heard. You're an army without a state.
No, we've only left our countries behind.
Please, you must help us.
If your suspicions are true, force isn't gonna do any good. You'll have to find a political solution.
The government's hands are tied.
Go back to your bosses in San Jose. Tell them if they want, I'll introduce them to a negotiator I know.
No. I'm not here on their behalf.
So, what are you doing here?
For over 20 years, I've preached the virtues of peace at multiple universities. Tonight, I stand before you as an educator. This is my student. She came to me to study peace. Her name is Paz. Paz Ortega.
Paz. Peace.
No kidding. That's my name too. Kazuhira. It's Japanese for peace.
There's
Nice to
so
meet you,
much more
Paz.
going on than just the
Call me
timeline order of things with
Paz.
the series. The chronological order makes no sense
They've got
whatsoever.
a supply port north of Puerto Limon, a town in La Costa del Mar Caribe. A few days ago, Paz stumbled upon that facility while searching for a lost friend. She was captured.
What would you add random shit to the boss's quote? She never said those last two sentences.
They did terrible things to her, but somehow she managed to
God.
escape.
Thank God.
She can zoom in
Suefana.
and do this
Her
because,
mother died when she was small.
as they tell you, she's
Lost her
supposedly
grandparents in the
16.
Civil War. She
Oh
hates
my
war
God.
with a passion like no other.
Thanks, Kojima.
My name is Paz, and I will do anything to protect my namesake. It is my one and only purpose. Please, get them out of my country. Make them leave Costa Rica.
Sorry, kid.
We know who you are, Big Boss. That is why we've come to you.
Miller
Yes,
here.
revenge.
Do you copy, Snake? I see you've landed. That makes one giant leap for us. I'm sending this from the offshore plant, our mother base. The signal is unidirectional. I'll be giving you commands and advice through this channel. Keep your headphones on at all times and pay attention. Also, make sure no one else can listen in.
I wonder if I can finally make it so he doesn't nag me to keep practicing. What do you gotta
Are you
do?
clear on the controls? Take a minute
Before
to refresh your
leaving.
memory. Use the left stick to move.
So he doesn't tell you to keep
Use
practicing.
the right stick to adjust your view. Not enough room, huh? We'll Keep it to change your settings. Use the start button to open the menu.
Ah, here we go. Kazan corrupting himself. Classic. Begins.
There's no one around. Why not try some shooting practice? Select a target and squeeze off around R2. Press the directional buttons while holding the R2 button to switch weapons. Ready your weapon with the L1 button. Then press the R1 button to fire. How about a little shooting practice? Try hitting a coconut. That's it.
3.
Select equipment by pressing the square or circle button while holding the L2 button. To check your map, press the start button to open the menu. The M16's a standard assault rifle, capable of rapid fire. The Mark 22 tranquilizer gun can put enemies to sleep. The closer to the head you hit, the more effective it is. Tranquilizer rounds are hard to come by. Don't waste them.
Let's waste them.
That weapon won't help you put the lime in the coconut, boss. The tranquilizer gun wasn't made to break things. Grenades explode. You throw them, Snake? Use the L1 button to ready throwing weapons. Once you've readied the weapon, throw with the R1 button. When using throwing weapons, hold the attack button down longer to throw farther. You won't throw the weapon until you let go of the button. To use the stun rod, first unequip any other weapons, then ready it with the L1 button and strike with the R1 button. Ah, a perfect target. Looks like you won't be the first to put some holes in it.
Oh, that's how you get.
Paradise.
That's how you
That
get
means
this
you're
call.
not alone out there. The enemy could be near. Why
You just
not
have to
sharpen your
approach it.
skills here a bit before you bump into one of them. With auto aim, you'll lock onto enemies automatically. Only problem is, you can't target specific body parts. Auto aim effectiveness will vary from weapon to weapon. Using auto aim enables you to quickly draw a bead on the target. It's not entirely reliable though. If you want accuracy, go manual. Auto aim only works with live targets. That means it won't snap to some threats. So be careful.
Or weapon usage.
And doesn't grow on trees, you know.
Oh, really? What's that?
That's right. Nicely done, boss.
We should have another line about this.
I think you got it, boss.
Does he have another? I think he does. It's clearly conductive. You'd say that is one sturdy scarecrow.
You're wasting ammunition.
Or that, okay.
Scarecrow.
Ah, there you go. We'll do the tapes as they show up, which means at the beginning there's going to be a lot of them. Every time you get one of the main characters, there's going to be quite a few of them, because they actually have things to talk about. Go figure. But yeah, it is a little bit overwhelming. I understand. The game wasn't meant to be played all in one go. All the tapes, listen, all as you start, you have so many tapes. You're just getting introduced to everything. Luckily though, this was meant to be a portable game. It would be extremely stupid if somebody made a main console game, home console game with the same concept, right? Certainly nobody would be that stupid. Fuck. Nice, Vault 51, thanks for giving sub to Evan. Jelly, thank you for the 54 mods.
That's it. That's right. Nicely done, boss.
Fish is immortal. Fortune fish.
Perfect. That's right. Nicely done, boss.
Not even Kojima understands Kojima's genius. Now, is this enough for him to not tell me that I need to practice more? Because he always tells me I need to practice more before leaving. I wonder if there's some sort of way to get him to say something different. What else could you possibly want me to do?
That's it.
He's respawned.
That's right. Nicely done, boss.
Maybe you gotta hit a few certain amount, I don't know.
Perfect. That's right. Nicely done, boss.
Muff, enjoy it. You're funny. Unfortunately, there's people who genuinely think that.
That's it.
I think. Oh, maybe. I never shot those coconuts up there. I never even knew they were there. I'm just looking for targets now.
Perfect.
Oh, I found
The
some
facility
new
you're headed for is past that
coconuts.
fence. A grenade should be able to take out that gate.
Okay, and now he's telling me. Oh, it's probably just because I got close to the gate. I didn't know there were coconuts up there. New, important, life-changing discovery in Peace Walker. Maybe I'll do that. Let's see. Miller, don't be an asshole. Don't tell me to get more practice. Oh my god.
Use a little more practice?
What the fuck do you want me to do? Maybe he just always says that, no matter what you do here. Why? Why does he always say that? I don't get it. What else do you want me to do here? Oh well. Maybe if we get the script one day, we'll see. Or I guess there's a screenplay book.
I gotta thank you for agreeing to this, Snake. Man, am I glad to be out of here. Finally, we can leave all that crap in San Geronimo behind. Break into the mercenary business for real.
Portable Ops? What's that?
You're doing
Crap?
it for her, aren't you? For her.
Are they still here?
Come on, Snake. This could be good for us. They're willing to give us an offshore plant, a place we can finally put down some roots. This is our chance to expand MSF.
We don't need a place to stay, Kaz. We're nomads. We always will be.
What? You'd rather keep wandering from conflict to conflict? Tools in the hands of whoever's fighting at the time?
The second we settle down, who's to say we won't become the warmongers?
Listen to me, Snake. We're not mercenaries. We're not a foreign legion. MSF's a business. A new kind of business. Look, it's not like we're trying to start a war here. All we need to do is find out who this security company really is.
Come on, Kaz. It's pretty obvious that they're backed by the CIA.
Wait a sec. That would mean...
Our friend, the Professor, is likely KGB.
I see.
We'd be making an enemy of our homeland.
And there'd be no turning back.
This damn thing won't light.
Huh?
Put on some coffee, Kaz. It's time for a little chat with the Professor.
I was a heavy smoker. When I got my medal from the Secretary General, he gave me this prosthetic hand as well. But smoking was ruining my lungs, so I quit. I've not had much use for it since. It's quite an honor to meet the legendary Big Boss.
That's just a code name the CIA made up.
Then perhaps I should call you John.
I don't have a name. Stop using that code name you liked so much 10 years ago. What about you, comrade? What do they call you back at Center?
Well then, allow me to get straight to the point. Land as slim as a whip, hot as torture.
That's the Chilean poet, Neruda.
Central America is the navel of the American continents, bridging north and south. We want this land. We'll build a socialist stronghold, then use it to split the Americas in two.
America would lose its backyard.
And with it, its economic production, shipping lanes, and strategic value. We, on the other hand, would gain a base from which all of Latin America would be well within our reach. He who controls Central America will win this Cold War. First comes Nicaragua, toppling the pro-American Somoza regime. In preparation, we've begun instigating anti-Somoza sentiment and providing aid to the Sandinista National Liberation Front.
You're manipulating Sandinista into overthrowing Somoza for you.
After the revolution, Nicaragua will become a socialist state.
You think America's just gonna let that happen?
Certainly not. After all, the CIA is already here.
And that's the armed group inside Costa Rica.
Precisely. It's clear that they've been sent in to disrupt our efforts across the border in Nicaragua. Simply put, the army now stationed in Costa Rica is CIA capital. But it's more complex than that. The CIA's got something else planned as well.
What?
That is the million-dollar question. Big Boss, we want you and your unit to find the answer. Infiltrate and investigate the facility in La Costa, where Paz was imprisoned. Learn all you can of their operations. Then, drive them out of the country.
You're asking us to settle a turf war between the KGB and the CIA?
What about her? That was all just an act?
You mean her words about peace? She was captured, that much is true. But I've kept my KGB affiliation from her.
And you thought we'd fall for a sob story?
No. I had good reason to bring her along. She managed to escape with her life, but her friend was not so lucky. Why were they attacked? I believe this will help explain. Perhaps they saw something they weren't supposed to. Perhaps they heard something they shouldn't have.
A cassette tape?
Paz took this during her escape. She says her friend happened to record it by accident.
What is that?
A portable stereo cassette player. The first of its kind.
Ah, I heard they were working on something like that in Japan. Didn't know you guys were too.
I believe what you're about to hear will help you understand.
What is that? A Quetzal?
The phoenix bird.
Paz's friend was researching birds. She went out into the jungle to record bird calls and stumbled upon this.
So? So what?
Now it gets interesting.
Poisonous. I need to get rid of it. I chase it back to its nest. You can't. The snake's too vicious. It's all many people. I chase it away. It will bite you unless you kill it. Go home.
Boss. Voice print analysis confirms that this voice is indeed that of the legendary hero and criminal, the boss.
What?
The other hasn't been identified. Female in her 30s with a British accent. The song playing in the background was a hit in 1973.
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your mentor? Your mission or your beliefs?
I am loyal to
Boss
myself.
is alive in Costa Rica.
As I understand it, she was your commander, fought by your side. And that you killed her under orders from the CIA, thus surpassing her to become the hero known as Big Boss. Well, what'll it be? Will you take the job?
Snake, it's gotta be a trap.
So you still can't turn your back on your country? Then I suppose you won't need this. Wait!
Snake?
I'll do it for the girl. For Paz.
Okay. For peace, then.
For peace. Hey, Enigma with the raid. Nice. Welcome my name, guys. Everybody's saying hello to your game.
You've got to get past them undetected. Avoid combat whenever possible.
What were you up to, Enigma? Good to see everyone. We're just starting out Peace Walker. 14 months, resub. Thank you. So these guys, not the brightest, despite their bright orange jacket.
Whatever it takes to stay out of sight. Your gun is a last resort. It could just as easily kill you as save you.
Peace Walker doesn't have difficulty settings. Instead, each mission has its own difficulty. So the main story stuff, especially the early game stuff, the enemies have like low stats, low reaction time, low stamina, low damage, basic weapons, and they have these bright ass orange jackets so that you can spot them more easily. Yeah, they're not exactly the brightest. What's up? Oh, I see. Good night.
The indicator in the upper right serves as a compass and shows sound sources. Pay attention to your surroundings.
Also, the camo index is really OP. 43%, I'm basically invisible by this game's standards. Now, it was much tougher on PSP, of course. You didn't have 2 analog sticks, high resolution, all that stuff for the controls. Unfortunately, they didn't really adapt the AI much in the HD edition that we're playing right now.
Loud noises will compromise your camo index. Your fatigues will act as camouflage.
So we have some voice acting.
Start talking.
When you interrogate people. And what's funny, you can threaten them with the stun rod, but you can't actually do anything with the stun rod.
Start talking.
You have to stun them with CQC or something. Grab someone and throw them into a wall for big damage. Oh, you mean like this? You get this little silly animation that does way more stun damage. Alright. What does this guy have to say?
Start talking.
When you clear the jungle, you'll be there.
Thank
Head
you,
east.
Kaz. I have no idea what this guy said now because we talked over his subtitles. And all I heard was a sound effect.
Start talking.
What are you doing? You're gonna regret this. Yep, it begins. Kaz interrupts shit.
Start talking.
You don't even change anything.
Start talking. Start talking.
Alright,
Keep your eye on what's left of your life gauge on the left of the screen. To the right of that, you'll see your sight gauge. Exhausting it will inhibit your actions. Your life gauge will recover with time. The sight gauge, too. You'll recover faster crouching than standing up. Lying flat works even better.
in the next area, we have the real credits, introduction, and the dock area. Just like in MGS1, you've got the crates, you've got the credits on the screen, you've got the forklift. Missing an elevator, I guess.
Looks like you're inside the compound. Security is tight. Stay sharp.
Security is tight. Sure is.
Somebody there?
Could there be somebody there? I'm not sure. I think I see someone in the distance, but I'm not quite sure. Oh, it was a lucky shot. They're a little blind. Oh, fuck. Here's Enigma. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you again for the raid.
Is somebody there?
Could there be someone there? Maybe. Nah. Oh, my suppressor's gone. That's okay. Alright, this is a canon game. That's how you know. Forklift, crates, credits on screen. That might... Oh, you actually... You Matman. The Matman actually did it. Oh, and I've just received word that 3 Dog is gonna take over soon. That's cool. Max, thank you for the 9 years. The chat gets really chill during Peace Walker, especially.
Start talking.
World peace is possible.
Start talking.
So they have this silly sound effect when you interrogate them because they absolutely, completely maxed out every single byte of data on the UMD for PSP. So I guess that's the excuse. They completely maxed out the space.
You're looking for a two-story building to the east.
Damn it, As.
Start talking.
Don't forget, water and metal both conduct electricity. Nice. Oh, he tells you about that. Later we can zap puddle mud to get some enemies and standing on top of it even from afar. And I actually didn't realize until recently that you can also do the same thing with some sort of I don't know if they're transformers or whatever. But yeah, the metal he's talking about.
Start talking.
Different area. Nice.
Yes, sir, we broke them. We acquired the whereabouts of target 500.
Acknowledged. Spears are loaded. The barge has cleared Point Bravo.
Acknowledged.
Here we go, QTEs. This guy that he's done here in this cutscene actually becomes a side op. That has a little bit of context in the story.
The cargo. Where's it headed? What is it?
We're Irasu in the mountains.
What's up there?
Really? Good boy, damn. That's kind of cool. Actually, good thing Shinkawa kept him under control.
This is Snake. Kaz, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. You found a radio.
It's got a circuit that reverses the audio phase.
Let's switch frequencies from time to time, just to make sure we're not detected.
I found a map of their bases. The cargo's heading from the marshes west towards Irasu.
Nice going, boss.
Kaz, this place is full of film badges. Dozens of them.
Film badges? Like the ones used to measure radiation exposure?
The radio man was wearing one. And whoever he was talking to called the cargo Spears.
Wait, that would mean...
Nukes. They're bringing nukes into Costa Rica.
Holy Mother of God.
Nukes in the Metal Gear game? Directed by Hideo Kojima. Did you like it? Nuclear detergent. Right, because we took it kind of slow. As always, speed matters.
How's that map, Snake? Think you can use it?
It tells me where their bases are, but it's just a bunch of points. No routes. I need better intel on the lay of the land.
Snake, the professor said he's got the Sandinistas on his side. Said you should get in touch with the FSL and Commandante.
Do they know they're backed by the KGB?
Nah. As far as they know, they're really fighting for the revolution. The KGB is staying behind the scenes. I'm not sure the Sandinistas are aware of what's really going on.
Still can't believe anybody would bring nukes here.
Yeah, that's a shocker. Costa Rica's party to the Tlatelolco Treaty, which declares Latin America a nuke-free zone. Based on Japan's 3 non-nuclear principles, it bans the testing, use, import, or deployment of nuclear weapons. If word of this gets out, Opinol will be forced to act. It'll cause an international uproar.
The treaty was signed to prevent another Cuban Missile Crisis. If the U.S. itself is gonna scrap it...
Latin America is too close to spawning another Cuba or two already. The entire continent would become one big powder keg.
Well, if they did bring nukes, we can't let them get away with it.
Are they planning a test? Showing off? Or is it all to keep the anti-American movement in check?
Good question. Why bring them here? I can't figure it out.
Whatever the CIA's up to in Costa Rica, the professor wants it stopped. We need to find out what that something is.
We need to get ready first, Kaz. Repairs?
Working as fast as we can, boss. This place is pretty beat. Looks like hell. But as long as you're with us, we'll make it heaven. No one can bother us here. No state telling us what to do. This is the MSF's haven, our mother base. And with this foothold, we'll back you up even better than before. We're gonna turn this pile of junk into something big.
Nice. Alright, let's let the game save. And we'll never see Mother Base. We're actually giving the save to 3Dog. It's a little silly because we just started. You know, he could have just started and skipped the cutscene, but that's okay. Let's put this on USB device. Massive Manager, is that you? Okay.